It's the Colorado Avalanche. Let's go, Yotes.
Let's go, Yotes.
It's exciting.
Come on. Stanley Cup playoffs. Well, new at 6 o'clock this morning, the new report, how COVID-19 is impacting student enrollment numbers here across Arizona as our state scrambles to find substitute teachers.
Meteorologist Kim Quintero here live along the Beeline Highway. If you're headed to the high country to beat the heat, listen up. Some unusually late season fire restrictions kick into gear this morning. I'll explain what that means for your outdoor plans next.
I am obsessed with taking 100,000 steps a day.
Is she obsessed with fitness?
She spends 11 to 13 hours jogging every day in circles around her coffee table.
Next, Dr. Phil.
Today at 3 on Arizona's Family 3 TV.
After any accident, there are so many reasons you should choose Goldberg and Osborne to handle your case. In 31 years, we've settled more than 100,000 injury claims and recovered over $2 billion for our clients. No law firm in Arizona has more certified injury specialists. We have over 1,000 five-star Google reviews. Call Goldberg and Osborne, Arizona's leading injury law firm, 1-800-THE-EAGLE.
Seen this ad?
I will always protect those with pre-existing conditions.
Martha McSally is lying again about protecting people with pre-existing conditions. Nonpartisan fact-checkers rate her claims false for Pinocchios. Truth is, McSally voted to deny coverage to people with pre-existing conditions. Hundreds of thousands of Arizonans would lose their health care coverage. Martha McSally is lying about her health care record. Change Now is responsible for the content of this ad.
Listen up. In 2016, a New Mexico House seat was decided by only 2 votes out of almost 14,000.
In 2010, a state house race in Vermont was determined by 1 vote.
In 2002, a Connecticut House seat was determined by just 1 vote out of more than 6,000.
In 1994, a Wyoming state house seat vote ended in a tie. The winner, chosen at random, went on to become Speaker of the State House.
Your voice matters. Use it.
Becoming an authority doesn't happen overnight. Ian Schwartz, Valley native, reported live from flash floods, blizzards, tornadoes. Avid lover of the Arizona outdoors. 11 years forecasting all kinds of weather. Arizona's Family is Arizona's weather authority.
At Stanley Steamer, we love homes. It's why we started cleaning them over 70 years ago and why we still continue today. Whatever home means to you, we're ready when you are to make sure your space is clean and that you and the ones you care about most are safe.
At Fry's, we give you more ways to save on the fresh you love, like the Fry's app. It combines personalized coupons, fuel points, and weekly sales for the best deals. From meat to fruits and veggies to milk to whatever is in that. We've always given you more ways to save, and now those savings are even better than ever. Fry's, fresh for everyone.
It's time to breathe easier with a professional air duct deep cleaning from Stanley Steamer. We remove the dirt hidden deep inside your ducts, helping you get back to a cleaner and healthier home. Call 1-800-STEAMER today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
We're supportive of the districts. We're not ignoring the benchmark.
Reopening Arizona schools in spite of not reaching those benchmarks set by the state health department. The schools now buying liability insurance as more teachers test positive for COVID-19.
There's a lot of teachers that can't wait to get to the front of the classroom.
Well, is that really the case? The state's huge effort to fill the shortage of teachers right now, quitting as students head back into the classroom.
And protecting yourself from what officials now warn could be the worst fall on record. The one thing doctors recommend you do as soon as possible before you miss out on your chance. Good morning, Arizona, TGIF. So happy to see you here at 6 o'clock on a Friday, even though, Scott, we are in for a pretty miserable weekend.
Yeah, we sure are. The weekend is here. We're excited for that, regardless of how hot it's going to be. But first, we do have a lot going on, so let's get right to that.
you could just clarify, I just don't understand, how you can say they can safely socially distance and you're supportive of these schools just ignoring the benchmarks. I mean, why not have an enforcement
We're not ignoring the
mechanism?
benchmarks. I mean, many of the districts are close on the benchmarks, and they're making decisions. What we want to do is we're going to go to school districts. We're going to work with parents, superintendents, and children in a way that makes it easy and convenient. We're supportive of the districts. We're supportive of the districts.
It's my position that our school districts should be adhering to these public health metrics that have been vetted by medical experts and epidemiologists.
Okay, so you heard it right there for yourself. It's seeming to be conflicting messages coming from our state officials about how to return to school. Governor Ducey says he is in support of school districts making those decisions and is okay or not going to stop those who are moving forward with reopening their classrooms on Monday, even if it does mean not meeting those benchmarks that he and Dr. Christ created.
And we also just heard from State Superintendent Kathy Hoffman with a different opinion while speaking at a virtual roundtable last night. So far, no county in Arizona meets all three benchmarks for reopening. The Queen Creek Unified School District is pushing forward with plans to reopen schools on Monday. And now we're learning the Queen Creek Unified School Board has given the green light to buy liability insurance to protect the district from COVID lawsuits. But there is a catch. It might end up costing taxpayers living within district boundaries millions of dollars.
If somebody comes back and sues them because they got sick, the district can't turn around and say, well, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do.
So the insurance company says districts buying the COVID-19 policy must ask families to sign a liability waiver. The company could not tell us if the district would still be covered if there was a claim, but said decisions would be made on a case-by-case basis. So far, we've learned 43 teachers have submitted their resignations since the beginning of this summer. Many telling us they just don't feel safe jumping into in-person learning. Some teachers say that they are still waiting for their resignations to be accepted. And we've also learned that they'll have to pay to be let out of their contracts in some cases. The Queen Creek District says it has already had 2 confirmed COVID-19 cases since educators went back in July. So we're now getting a better idea of how the pandemic is impacting enrollment numbers, Olivia.
Yeah, Scott, taking a look at enrollment in our state's largest school district, so that is the Mesa School District. The report from Mesa saying that a decline in the number of kids who have enrolled for the 2020 school year is evident when compared to years past. Elementary school enrollment was most impacted with about 1,500 fewer students enrolled for school this year in Mesa when compared to last year.
And most schools in our state will be up and running with online learning by next week, but keeping those schools open, well, that's the next challenge.
So what happens when a teacher does call out sick or possibly comes down with COVID and has to be out for a significant amount of time? Maria joining us live in Glendale this morning, where a local company is trying to step in to help. Maria, good morning.
Good morning. So the Peoria Unified School District, they actually have a contract with this local company to find them substitute teachers. And right now the district does have enough substitutes, but leaders are looking to beef up that roster in case of coronavirus chaos if and when teachers and kids come back to campus. So that company is called Educational Services, Inc. And here's what I want you to think about. What happens if there is a staff teacher that gets the virus, or teachers that refuse to show up to in-person learning or just quit because they don't feel safety measures in place are good enough? Who will teach our kids? ESI, based out of Scottsdale, they're bracing for a surge in substitute requests and are launching a new recruiting campaign next week. They are looking to hire more substitutes right now because 1, it can take anywhere from 3 weeks to a few months to get hired, and 2, they know not all current substitutes might want to step in to help for health and safety reasons.
Right now, our focus is on trying to extend an invitation to those people that may not have ever been in education before, and especially for those folks that might be younger or might be currently experiencing unemployment that might say, hey, you know what, I want a job with purpose. I want a job that's flexible, that I can go home.
So here are the requirements if you're looking to be a substitute teacher in Arizona. You must have your bachelor's degree, And you must have an Arizona Department of Education substitute teaching certificate. You also have to get fingerprinted through the Arizona Department of Public Safety, and you must also pass a background check. You could make anywhere from $100 to $130 a day for only about 6.5 hours of work. We're gonna have much more information about how to apply up on our website, azfamily.com. But Scott, Olivia, this could be a good option for people who are out of work right now to have that flexible schedule and also help our education system at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. And we know that teachers want to get back in the classroom. They just want to do it when it's safe.